Yo, OMONYAME. Usually I'm sweet, but always got a bit of heat. Hot sauce in my bag way long before bleed. Cause Chicago got me right. Flame my hots with the cheese, with the chips and the pickle. Pickle juice on the chips. Probably the reason why I got these hips. Sway in the morning, burn early. Yeah, I got the moves. Graduated with my master, so you know I got the toes. Peace, my beautiful family. It's OMONYAME, the Afrocentric creators, here to raise the vibrations of the entire Black nation. I want to be able to make this video as quick as I possibly can, but one thing that I've never done before on this channel is like just give a survival guide for new moms, single moms, and just moms in general, of just things that have helped me along the way to actually keep my sanity intact. So I have 10 tips to survive as a single mother or a mother in general, and we're gonna start this now. Okay. Tip number 1, many of y'all already know of this one: sleep or relaxing when the baby sleeps. I can't tell you how important that has been for me along my journey. Just being able to utilize my child's rest time for my rest time. It doesn't always mean sleep, because sometimes for us, resting could be watching a movie or cooking, or not really. But for some people it is. Maybe you rest through cooking. But the point of this is not utilizing the baby's sleep time to get chores done, but actually utilizing it to just have some downtime as a mother. Especially in that newborn stage. That's probably the stage where I feel like this point is the most relevant, because there becomes a point later down the line where maybe your child will let you nap in front of them. Number 2. In the beginning, doing whatever gets us by, whatever that means to us. So for me and my child, we definitely did comfort nursing in the beginning of her life, and we definitely co-slept. In the beginning, that was the most useful thing for me, because it was the only way that I was guaranteed to have some sleep, or that she was guaranteed to be sleeping, you know. So I did a lot of comfort nursing in the beginning of her life. She came to class with me. I was actually enrolled in my master's program at the time that I gave birth. So she was in those classes with me. And one of the easiest ways to maintain her her comfortability while she was in class with me in the beginning of her life was through comfort nursing, which put her to sleep. It made it easier for me to do my work. And also at night, us sleeping in bed together, because she did comfort nurse, having us laying side by side was so useful. Now that moves me into point number 3. After moving past that newborn stage, it's time for routines. At least for me, it was time for routines. So yes, I had routines as it related to her naps, as it related to when she ate, when we played. I pretty much, because I used to work in childcare, in the beginning of her life, I had her schedule set up similar to how I did when I had infants and when I took care of toddlers. So it would start the day with an actual schedule. And though we did not have a certain time when she woke up, as far as how I scheduled her naps, it will always be based off of whatever time or whatever age she was. If say they nap about every hour or hour and a half during that age bracket, then I will always make sure that I was keeping tabs of the last time she slept, and then having her sleep an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours after that time, based off of where she was in her age, if that makes sense. Also scheduling bedtime routines, which leads into my 4th point. So number 4, sleep training. I know some of us really cringe at the thought of sleep training, but there became a point in my journey where I could no longer keep waking up every couple hours a night. I was waking up about 5 times a night and still needing to go to class the next morning. And that just became ridiculous. For many of us, it does become that way. It becomes a lot on our health, our mental health, and our bodies when we're exhausted. And it makes it so that we're not as fit or capable of being the best mom that we could be, just because we're showing up tired and probably frustrated. So I know everyone isn't for sleep training, but for me and my journey, it was a lifesaver once I did start. I will actually make a separate video to speak specifically about sleep training itself. But at the end of the day, sleep training, sleep training, sleep training. New mamas, single mamas, not new mamas, because it might be a little too early for that, but single mamas and mothers in general, sleep training, okay? Number 5, take time for you. Have dates, whether that is with your partner, whether that's with your friends, but take time to actually get outside of the house with or without the baby. But sometimes without the baby is even better, because I understand how, and I understand and I overstand how being a mom, a lot of times, especially in a newborn stage, we're in mother mode the whole time. It's hard for us to even be interacting with other people when we're focused on this child and being a mother. My child is a toddler now, and I still don't necessarily like kicking it with people when she's around, just because I can't even really kick it and I can't show up as my Omo self because I'm being Mama Omo at the same time, if that makes sense. But actually taking time to get out of the house, actually taking time to just experience life outside of your child is something that I found to be very, very beneficial. I wish that I had started doing that earlier in my journey than as late as I did. But that has been a key for me. And keeping my sanity is relating to others in the world outside of my child. Number 6, delegate tasks and don't be afraid to ask for help. And I mean this, when I say this, I mean it in a way of asking people who we know would actually be helpful. You know, not those people who would actually trigger us to never ask for help again, but for those people in our life who we know want to genuinely help us and support us. Just realize that you don't have to do it all on your own. Delegate tasks. Ask for someone to pick you up some food if they don't mind. Ask for someone to watch the baby overnight if it comes to be that time that you truly, truly need some rest. And just know that there are going to be people there to support you. And I pray that you do have some type of support. But in real life, we don't have to do it all by ourselves. That's one of the things that I've learned being a mom. I don't have to feel like I have to do it all alone. Yes, I'm a single mom. Yes, I got myself into that situation. But at the end of the day, there are people around me who literally want to help as long as I allow them to be in that space. Make sure you're asking for help, new mamas. Make sure you're asking for help, okay? Okay, number 7. I believe this is number 7. Find an activity to do for yourself that's more centering. So whether that's yoga, meditation, exercise, whatever it may be, something that you do for you. Dance classes were really my thing. Something that your child isn't around for, you know, like going to a yoga class once every week, or going to a dance class once every week, or, you know, just setting out time where you're, again, away from your child, doing something just for you. You know, that way you can still have a sense of identity and also be doing something that's actually helping you to maintain your peace and your groundedness throughout the week as you continue on in motherhood. Number 8, get pretty, even if it's for no reason. Clearly, we're in quarantine right now, but one thing I realized yesterday was like, dang, I haven't done my hair in a while. Like, I haven't done anything to myself in a while. Because we have been quarantined, because I have been in the crib, I haven't really been doing much to make myself feel good about how I look and present myself. But as a mother, I realized how important that has been for me to actually feel like I still got my groove. Like, you know, like I wanted to feel like I had my groove back. And once I actually started dressing, once I actually started doing my hair, I don't really wear makeup, but I definitely encourage women who do to do that if that makes you feel good. You know, we don't have to feel like we gotta be looking like a bum just because we mamas, right? You know, it feels good when we can look good sometimes. You know, it can definitely increase our energy, and even take those moments that you look good to take pictures of yourself flying. Show how flawless you are. Show mama still got it. You feel me? Okay, number 9, travel. The reason I say this is because I know there are so many women out here who have a child and they're like, dang, that means I can't go on this vacation. Dang, I wanted to travel to this place. I wanted to do that. And I don't even got the space to do that anymore. No, yes, you do. Take that baby with you, or leave that baby at the crib. It's up to you, whatever your comfort level is like. But one thing about me and Kamaria is that we traveled a lot when she was first born. She's been outside of the states. She's been to different states. We've taken road trips. We've taken the plane places. At the end of the day, do the things that make you happy and allow your child to be a part of that. Don't stop doing what makes you happy, which brings me to my 10th point. My 10th point is make sure you keep following your dreams. Your child is watching you every step of the way. So many people say that our kids are the reason that we don't do X, Y, and Z anymore. Or when our kid came, we didn't have time to do X, Y, and Z. At the end of the day, it may be true that it becomes harder to do X, Y, and Z when we have a child, but it doesn't make it impossible. And at the end of the day, what do we really want to teach our child? I feel like for me, I want to teach my child not that she was a crutch or a limitation to my dreams, but actually that she was a motivation for them. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you continue to do what makes you happy. Continue to pursue your dreams and your life purpose, because otherwise you will look back on your life and regret the fact that you allowed your child to hold you back from what you truly wanted to do with your life when they were never meant to do that. Okay, now I realize that I have one last point. Number 11th is one last point. It's not too big, but I wanted to make sure I say it. Make sure you pat yourself on the back, ladies. Make sure that you give yourself praise and affirmation. Some of us don't get that enough. Some of us, especially being single moms, maybe there's nobody really around to see how amazing you are. But make sure for you continue to allow yourself to know. Remind yourself of how great you are, how great you're doing, how amazing you're doing as a mom, because you truly, truly are. And we definitely deserve that praise. Sometimes we're not going to get it from the outside world. And that's something that I've learned. I can't focus on other people telling me that about myself as much as it is me constantly every single day affirming that for myself. You know what I'm saying? So pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself for getting through this video and actually wanting to learn more about how to be the best mom you can be as you mother. Yeah, as you mother. All right, y'all, I'm going to stop here. If you all have any questions, comments, leave them below. If there are any other video suggestions that you have, please leave them below. If you feel like this video may be helpful for anyone, please share it, like it, subscribe. If you haven't already, do whatever you need to do. May you all have a blessed day, a blessed week, a blessed life, and may I see you again soon. All right, peace, love, Black power all day, every day. Ain't no other way.